You're not watching some creator that's just, you know, talking out of the side of their necks or anything like that. I've experienced real hurt, real trauma. Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey, my name is Cameron and I'm so glad that you decided to click on this video. If you have some time, go ahead and check out some of my previous videos. And if you decide that you like me and my content, go ahead and click that red subscription box below to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Based off today's title, I am gonna send a personal message to everyone that may be grieving or know someone that may be grieving. From experience, I know how hard it is, and I don't want anyone to feel like grief has an expiration date, because it doesn't. I just got out of a grieving season. Last month was my full month of grief. Last month was my mom's birthday month, so of course, you know, it was hard, but I was just trying to get through day to day without thinking about it. But overall, losing a very important person in your life, you can't just get over that. I just felt like somebody needed this message, because I know I needed this message about, what is it almost 2 years? Around 2 years ago when she first passed. If you're interested in what I am going to say, please continue to watch. But if not, I thank you for clicking on this video anyway. Please check back next week for another vlog. So let's get into this video. Let me start off this video. For anybody that's new here, I'm gonna share my story about what happened 2 years ago with me. May 2021, my mom fell ill around Memorial Day weekend. I just graduated college and I just started my full-time job in the corporate world. Just so happened that after work that Friday before Memorial Day, my bonus dad called me and told me that he was going to take my mom to the emergency room. And of course, I didn't think anything about it. I was on my way home from work. I immediately got home, threw whatever in the bag. I knew I needed a toothbrush and just some random clothes. I threw them in the bag and headed down to El Dorado, Arkansas. From Little Rock to El Dorado is like 2 hours. So I knew I didn't want her to be up there by herself. So I called my uncle and asked him to sit with her until I got there. I'm not gonna go throughout the whole story because it is, well, I wouldn't say it's long, but you know, I'm not gonna go throughout the whole story. Long story short, my mom did end up dying June 14th, 2021. And my life crumbled. Actually, I feel my life crumbled on June 14th, 2021. From the time that the doctor came in and told us that he couldn't revive my mom, my life changed. Like instantly, I knew I was responsible for taking care of my 2 little sisters. Of course, we still have our fathers, but I knew that they would need some type of guidance, and I took it upon myself to show them the way of womanhood, along with my grandma and my aunties. That's just a responsibility that I knew that I had to take on. I feel like she raised me and she prepared me for this moment. So from then on, I feel like I've been a sister mom to my 2 little sisters. Let's get back to how I reacted. Of course, you know, when somebody first dies, you know, you always have people around you. You're always going to be surrounded by people. People come over to the house. You have phone calls, you have text messages, but it slowly died off. And when that died off, I knew I had to face true reality that my mom is gone, that I'm not gonna be able to talk to her every day 24/7. I'm not gonna be able to text her phone and she'll respond back to me. And that was very hard for me. I turned to alcohol. I turned to, I don't want to say drugs, but I did turn to drugs. Just sleeping and eating emotionally during this time. Like I said, I fell victim to alcohol. Well, let me just go back. 2021 was a hard year for me and the people around me. Like we experienced heavy loss 2021. Alcohol was just like my best friend. Like as soon as my mom died, of course, I just got out of college, and in college I was known as, you know, Hennessy Queen. I love me some Hennessy. So of course people were bringing Hennessy bottles and stuff like that. So of course I brought them back home with me. I drink every night. I wouldn't say like drugs. When I say drugs, It goes back to 2022 when I first got my wisdom teeth removed and the doctor prescribed me oxycodones. And according to the label, you're only supposed to consume or take oxycodones when you are feeling like really bad, when you have pain in your mouth. But I had pain in my heart, so I consumed them to try to get rid of the pain, but it didn't do anything but help me go to sleep. So I was sleeping 24/7. I was drinking and eating. That's all I was doing. I didn't have any regular exercise activities in my rotation or anything like that. That was all I was doing. I was mentally stuck in the past. I just kept having flashbacks of what could I have done to not cause my mom to die? Could I have been there that morning? But the plan was for my bonus daddy to be there that morning. So of course I was just gonna let him go up there because I was at the hospital every single day. But you know, he said he wanted to go up there that morning. I had flashbacks of what could I have done differently, and ultimately I had survivor's guilt. This whole time I was preparing for me to go before my mama, filling out all of my beneficiaries and stuff like that. My mom was the beneficiary for everything when it came to my job, and then it would be my sisters. But for it to turn around and be the opposite, I was like, how could this happen? Like, God, why did you allow this to happen? You knew I needed my mama. You knew that we needed our mom. Like, we're young girls. At the time I was 22 years old. My sisters was like 14, 15, 16, 17. It's like, you know we need our mom. Like, why would you do this? So of course I was questioning God. I was all over the place. Ultimately, this situation, you know, affected me mentally, emotionally. Would I say physically? I'm not sure. It ended up affecting my job as well, my performance at work. I ended up just showing up to work just to, you know, get a check. You know, I really didn't care. I wasn't as enthused about my job as I was beforehand, before this tragedy struck in my life. My attitude towards the people that I love, that I talk to on a daily, changed as well. Main person was probably Jacoby. I felt some type of way. It was just like, anytime that he would say, I'm doing this with my mom, you know, I gotta go, me and mama doing this. Mama said that, like, I just want to tell him to shut up. Like, I don't care. You still have your mom. So of course my attitude towards that was just, it was horrible. I didn't want to be around anybody that still had their mama. I didn't want to be around family because it made me think about my mama's not here. It was tough. I apologize to Jacoby. He knows that it wasn't me, that it was the emotions, that it was me trying to figure out life. But I mean, that's no excuse. Oh, you may be thinking like, girl, what changed? What led you to now? Well, let me tell you. So like I said, 2021, it was a hard year for us. Our classmate ended up passing, Austin. He ended up passing, and that really took a toll on me too, because I had just seen him at my mom's service. You know, he came to, you know, pay his respects, and I was just like, how could this happen? Like, Lord, we 22, 23 now. What, how, why? What's the cause for this? So of course I'm sitting here questioning him again, like, Lord, he didn't even get a chance to have kids or, you know, get married or anything like that. It's like I said, when people first pass, everybody gets together and, you know, you celebrate their life and stuff like that. But this certain instance, you know, I was drinking, of course, to hide the pain again. And this one time I was drinking, I blacked out. I was drinking so much, I blacked out. And to this day, I cannot remember what happened. I don't remember anything from that night. I honestly don't even remember how I got home. According to Jacoby, he got me home. But I blacked out, and that's a horrible feeling. It's so horrible to not know what happened the night before and you still don't have any recollection on what happened. So of course I'm scared because I cannot remember what happened. I don't know what I did, what I was drinking. I don't know if I was poisoned or anything, if I was consuming drugs or anything. I do not know what happened. But from then on, I said, okay, that's it. I cannot drink like this anymore. I don't like this feeling. And from then on, I hadn't consumed alcohol in that way. I'm not gonna say that I'm just not drinking. I mean, I drink socially, but as far as keeping alcohol in the house and stuff like that, no. What I have in the house is like wine, a Smirnoff mix, but nothing heavy. I don't have any like Hennessy or Crown or anything like that. I only buy that when we have people coming over. That's what happened. I stopped drinking because I blacked out, and I still cannot remember to this day what happened. So when I got back from that weekend, I knew I had to start making a change for my life. I sought out therapy. I sought out a therapist. I started going to therapy for like 2 months, and I was like, this is just a waste of time. In my head, it was like a waste of time. I was just like, if this is what it's gonna be like, I could do it myself. You know, I'm not finna keep paying this woman some money so she could keep telling me the same thing bi-weekly. Like, no. So I quit therapy, but I did start going to church. I started going to church more often, and I started praying. That's one thing that my mom did instill in us. You know, we go to church and we pray, and I thank God for that. I thank God for that, because I truly believe that is the reason why I am where I am today, and my mindset is how it is today, because I cut out all of the worldly advice. I cut out all of the worldly solutions and started going back to the original thing that I knew, which was God. And I want to mention that this wasn't a fast-paced situation. Like, you know, I'm not saying that I went to church and I instantly had a change of heart. You know, I stopped drinking, I stopped doing this, you know, I stopped partying. Like, no, I took it slow. I'd go to church one week, one Sunday, and then wouldn't go back until like another month or whatever. But it was slow. It was a slow, gradual process. Instead of complaining and feeling sad about my situation, I tried to see the good in everything. Like, even though my mom died, I was able to go out and get another car. Even though my mom died, I'm still able to make rent and pay my bills every single month. Ultimately, I realized that the path that I was going down was leading me to destruction. Like, I worked so hard my whole life to get to where I was, to get to where I am, and I can't just let this one situation just cause me to fall flat on my face, is what I was thinking in my head. And then I even knew, you know, I knew my mom had front row seats to everything that I was doing now. So I didn't want to disappoint her. I wanted to make sure that she knew that she raised me to be a strong, God-fearing woman, you know, that's gonna accomplish her goals. That's what I'm doing. I mean, I had to get myself out of this funk in order to, you know, make her proud, because that was my #1 goal while she was here on the earth. I wanted to make her proud. I wanted to make my dad proud. I wanted to make my whole family proud. So I just had to get out of that funk. Like, Cameron, this is doing nothing but hurting you. You're not making it easier on anybody while you're like this. And then I even had to sit back and think about, you know, my sisters, how my sisters are seeing me. Like, is this what I want them to see? One bad thing goes on, one death will cause you to fall and break you, and that's something that I didn't want them to see. You know, I want them to be strong, God-fearing women as well. I want them to be headstrong. Go to God when you feel like you don't have anybody, when you feel like you can't even come to me, or you can't go to your daddies or anything like that. Go to God. God is with you 24/7. I don't know everything that's happening in their lives. They don't know everything that's happening in my life. I just want to show them it ain't me. It ain't me that's holding me up. Because if it was up to me, I would be gone. And that is a fact. Because I did contemplate suicide as well. I would have been gone if it was up to me. But it's a reason. It's a reason why I'm still here. It's a reason why God kept me. Because, like I said, if it was up to me, I wouldn't be sitting here in front of this camera right now. And that is the truth. Even to this day, that is how I feel. If it wasn't for God, my sisters, my family, my fiance, his mama, honestly, his mama and his daddy, a few of my close friends, I wouldn't be here today. I believe my family and my friends and my fiance's family has prayed for me so hard, and that is another reason why God is keeping me here for a reason. Honestly, I don't know how I'm still standing. I was always a person that was like, I wouldn't know what to do if I lost my mama. I don't know how I could live without my mama, but here I am. I'm still living. I'm still standing. It's God. It's nobody but God, y'all. Nobody but God. But I don't want to get on no soapbox or anything like that. So I'm just making this video for anybody that is grieving, who knows somebody that's grieving. Show them this video and just let them know that, you know, they're not alone. Like I said in the beginning of this video, there's no expiration date on grief. We're going on 2 years of my mom not being here in her earthly presence. It still hits me. Like I said, February was a hard month, but I kept trying to not think about it, keep going and being strong for myself, being strong for my sisters, and ultimately the rest of my family. To that person, I just want you to know that you are not alone. I've been where you are before. I'm still here. You're not watching some creator that's just, you know, talking out of the side of their necks or anything like that. I've experienced real hurt, real trauma, things that haunt me daily from this whole experience. This is my real life experience at the age of 24, at the ripe age of 24. Still young, y'all, still young. My advice is to stop trying to stop the hurt yourself. You're not solving anything by trying to play God. Because you're not God. None of us are God. Only God is God. Stop trying to be him. Stop trying to stop hurt. Feel it. Seek help, because you can't do it alone. You can't do it alone. Trust me, I have tried. I've tried to do it alone. I isolated both my daddies, and it got me nowhere. But alone, in a funk, depressed, all of that, it's not solving anything. If you don't believe in God, give it to a higher being or whatever you may believe in, and even seek out therapy, because I truly believe that, you know, therapists were sent here for a reason. They're doing God's work as well. Therapy is just not bad. It just didn't work for me, but it may work for you. So seek out help, give it to God, form a relationship with God, try to find a good church wherever you're located, or a better coping mechanism than drugs, than alcohol, sex, or whatever you may try to hide or mask that pain from the loss of whoever you lost. Sorry, my fur baby just got back home and it's like, she's so loud. Speaking of fur babies, you know, even try to invest in yourself. One, I know I got Queen because I was lonely. I was alone. I was 2 hours away from my family in El Dorado, 8 hours away from my daddy. I needed somebody in the house, and Queen has been, Queen filled that void of loneliness for me. She's my baby. I love her. That's my girl. That's my baby. She gets me out of my funk. Like, she knows when I'm sad. She knows when I'm happy. And, you know, life has just been so amazing with Queen. I just want y'all to know that if you are going down the path that I was going down, there is a different way. There is a different path. Take it from me. I have done a true 180 from where I was to 2 years ago. Not alone. Want to ever talk, or if you have somebody that's going through something like this, going through a loss, send them my way. You know, we can connect via social media, email, whatever. I'm willing to listen. I'm willing to share my advice and just be there for somebody else, because, you know, this is a long road. This is a tough task that we are faced with. And, you know, if you've never experienced anything like this, you know, be grateful, thank God, or whatever you believe in, that you know you haven't been faced with a tough task like this, because it's not for the weak. And make sure that you're praying for the people that have gone through this task and still going through it now, because it's not for the weak. You never know what a person is going through behind closed doors. You never know what's going on in their head, so just send out a quick prayer for them. But y'all, I'm so thankful that you all watched this video. I hope this was helpful. I hope that you'll send this video over to somebody that truly needs to hear this. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. And I thank y'all so much, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.